मन्नारे तेरी आदत में कोई बनेगा हरि जाना सूर भगति प्रेमा गुरु कबीर करी बारे इनको सुख सुपने में भी नहीं रहे मालिक से दूर।
Dacci la gioia di vivere, di poter sempre a tutti sorridere, la forza di affrontare le sfide, di scoprire sempre le insidie che la mente ci pone sul cammino. Noi siamo audaci ricercatori del vero, determinati a conquistare il tuo dorato impero, la vastità dell'oltrespazio, l'eternità oltre la prigione nel tempo, l'inviolabile che rende la nostra vita adorabile. Noi siamo audaci ricercatori del vero, determinati a conquistare il tuo dorato impero, la vastità dell'oltrespazio, l'eternità oltre la prigione nel tempo, l'inviolabile che rende la nostra vita adorabile. Dacci la gioia di vivere, vogliamo essere del tutto sicuri che riusciremo a battere tutti gli interiori muri. Se la tua benedizione discende su di noi, se per tua deliberata scelta la porta interiore rendi completamente aperta, vogliamo essere del tutto sicuri che riusciremo ad abbattere tutti gli interiori muri. Se la tua benedizione discende su di noi, se per tua deliberata scelta la porta interiore rendi completamente aperta, dacci la gioia di vivere, dacci la gioia di vivere. Vogliamo sviluppare la compassione, fa che questa sia la nostra missione, di riuscire a condividere con tutti la grandezza della divina realizzazione, la sbalorditiva tua assoluta perfezione. Vogliamo sviluppare la compassione, fa che questa sia la nostra missione, di riuscire a condividere con tutti la grandezza della divina realizzazione, la sbalorditiva tua assoluta perfezione. Dacci la gioia di vivere, di poter sempre a tutti sorridere, la forza di affrontare le sfide, di scoprire sempre le insidie che la mente ci pone sul cammino. Dacci la gioia di vivere, dacci la gioia di vivere. So this song says, give us the joy of living so that we might smile to everybody, the strength to face the challenges, to find always the pitfalls that the mind puts on our path. So if you can do this, our life and our spiritual life will go very well. If you have the joy of living, whichever be the situation, then what else we want? As I was mentioning yesterday, San Francis, there is a very nice story about what is true joy, about him. So once they were going from one place to another, and it was raining very heavily. And he was with another monk of his. So they were walking, it was cold, raining, they had no umbrella because for sure they had no umbrella. Maybe they were barefoot. And Francesco asked the other monk, according to you, what's true joy? And he said, oh, for me, true joy now will be that when we reach the monastery where we are going, they welcome us, we find a warm place, they give us a good meal. This will be a real joy to me. And he said, oh, you're very poor. Miserable, he said. He said, true joy would be that now we reach the monastery, we knock at the door, and we say, we are Francesco and Matteo was the other one. And they say, no, we don't believe you, must be some thieves. They will come out with a stick, give us a good beating, and still be very happy. That's real joy. So, it doesn't mean that to be happy or joyful you need a very special situation, that everything has to be according to your wish, the way you like it. This kind of joy just goes very easily. Anything happens. All these challenges by the way of life are always there present to make us feel miserable. But if despite the challenges of life we keep being joyful, then that's real joy. And have this capacity to always find the pitfalls that the mind places on our path. Having this discrimination, this power of discrimination, to understand what's coming next, if it is for our joy, for our good, or for our misery. And most of the time, those things which we understand to be a motive for joy, after some time they show different phase, and we find out they were a reason for sorrow or for misery. So having this power of discrimination to understand which are the pitfalls that are placed in our path, because there are pitfalls on the path in life, there are always. Because God wants us to be intelligent. And if you make a mistake once, then next time we should be smart enough to understand and not fall again into the pitfall. So life will keep testing us until we develop all these very good psychological qualities. And all what happens in life is meant for this. To make us smart. If you don't understand once, then you will have a second chance. And a third, and an endless one. But if you become smart enough to understand what's for the real good and what's for suffering, to bring suffering in our life, if you acquire this discriminative power, then life becomes very easy, very smooth. Because we don't need lessons anymore. So we are on a spiritual path to acquire this wisdom, to acquire this capacity of seeing clear what's real, what's unreal, what's true, what is fake. Because this capacity is what makes life special. Otherwise we are average people. If you see the life of people, they attract so much misery in their life because they are so stupid. They don't understand anything good. They make a mistake after another. Then they say, I'm in such a miserable condition. They create it. So, we come on a spiritual path to acquire this wisdom, this right understanding, as Master Kirpal used to put it. He used to put it this way. You have to acquire the right understanding of things and of life. So we also go to a retreat to strengthen our power of discrimination, our right understanding of things, by acquiring this eye that sees reality. And the more we are able to detach ourselves from body and mind, the more we acquire this wisdom, because in reality we are not this body, we are not this mind. The more as we experience ourselves as consciousness, deprived of body and mind, the more we acquire this right understanding of things. And the more we become detached from situations that make us suffer and miseries of life. So I hope this week has been a helping factor to strengthen our commitment to the path, to our quest of truth. This is what the path is all about. It's our quest for truth. And I hope that you leave this place with a better attitude towards life, with more joy of living, more wisdom, more bliss, and more love. To me, it's been a pleasure to be with all of you this week. I'm very happy when a retreat happens and dear ones come and I meditate together with them. I mean, it's with you. So thank you for coming, taking the time from your life to come and meditate here. It's very helpful for me, for those who live here. It's very helpful for the place. Any retreat contributes to build up with a more holy and better energy in this place. And this is a world that we gather for ourselves, because this place is for us to use it and get the blessing. I hope that these satsangs, meditation talks, the bhajan singing, everything we have done, it has been a reason for joy for you. It has enriched you, make you feel good. And I hope that you go away in a better condition. At the end of a stay with Master Kirpal, he would ask the person, did you progress? So, yes, a bit, Master. Then you don't go away from here. You're not allowed to go. Sometimes he said, we'll call the police and not let you go. Because if you go away from here, you must go in a better condition. He was a very funny man. Very special. He would make fun of us like anything. Like if you were kindergarten people, you know. the other way, which I'm thinking if it was good or not, or why I did it that way. I think it was good. At the end of each meditation, you ask, what did you see in your meditation? To everyone. So, if somebody said, oh, Master, I didn't see anything. So what did you do? Did you sleep the whole meditation? What did you do? And sometimes in the evening, there was Darshan, he would ask, how many hours did you meditate today? 3, Master. 3 hours? The whole day, 3 hours here. You're here to meditate. What did you do the whole day? Anyway, thank you for coming. God bless you. I've been talking a lot this week. Now you talk a bit. So Benedette, you say something, please.
Thank you. First of all, I would also like to say thank you so much, Master. Thank you very much, and God bless you. It's been a great blessing for me this week. I feel definitely full of joy and full of love, and very strong. I feel very strong because I'd got to a point where I was very confused about my direction, and I feel now that all the satsangs have really confirmed to me, and in the interview with you, it's really confirmed that I'm absolutely going in the right direction in my life, and I can put more loving energy into everything I do now. I feel renewed, and I'm so grateful. It's been a great blessing. So thank you very much.
Malika, you want to say anything?
Először is végtelenül hálás vagyok, hogy megint itt lehetek, ezt kimondhatatlan. Meg annyira gyönyörű itt, hogy ezek szavakkal nem is lehet leírni. Nehéz megfogalmazni, tehát olyan szavakat találni nincs is. Én nekem nagyon nagy boldogság, főleg ide jöttek Ribollába, mert nekem minden fűszálnak, minden virágsziromnak olyan jelentősége van, hogy a mesterem, drága mesterem gondolat átvitelét, energiáját sugározva. Tehát nagyon gyönyörű itt a táj is, meg minden. És Sanji is járt itt, és arra is mindig sokat gondol.
First of all, I'm infinitely thankful for being able to be here. Because it's always very wonderful to come, especially here to Ribolla for the retreat, because here every blade of grass, every flower has a meaning for me, which radiates my beloved master, and my joy is so much that I can't describe. My thankfulness is so much that I can't describe. It's impossible to describe by words. And this place also is very special for me because also beloved Sanji was here.
És hát a nap fénypontja mindig a Satsang. Nagyon szeretem a Satsangot, a tanításokat, és ahogy Babaji tanítja abban a formában.
And the peak of the day is always the Satsang, because I really love the Satsangs, and especially in the form as Babaji is teaching in the path, in this form.
És az esti éneklés pedig sokszor potyog az ember szeméből a könyv, amikor hallja énekelni a nagyon átszellemi testéket.
And the evening singing is often like this, is often like that makes tears flow from the eyes. It's very intoxicating.
És még nem beszélve arról, hogy még főz is nekünk, ami leírhatatlan csodálatos a kertjéből, és még lekvárt is készít meg.
And also which is very precious that you are even cooking for us vegetables from your garden, and you even made the marmalade for us. It's very special.
Lehet még nagyon sokat mondani, de nagyon nagy boldogság itt lenni, és nagyon köszönöm.
I could say so many other things, but just altogether, it's such a huge joy, happiness to be here, and thank you for this.
Asiji.
I'm very happy and grateful that I could participate in this retreat. I lived some very precious and intense moments. This week it was for me like being here, I don't know, for 2 months. It seemed like a very long time, and I very much loved the singings. I felt such a great unity amongst us, and I loved very much the yoga, and the fire making down. I loved it impressed me, the size of the fire, and the fire impressed me. It was a great moment for me, which I can recall. And I would love to thank you for all your wisdom which you shared, and I feel that I somehow I got more wiser because of this retreat, and more joyful and happier than before I came. And it was a really great, helpful retreat for me. It really somehow I really needed it, like it was a spring in my spirit. And I would like to thank you again very much, and I love you very much. Thank you.
Ron, you want to say anything?
Yes, thank you. So this period was a quite unique experience I had in, and unfortunately I had to work in parallel with the retreat, but it was very beneficial, and I feel it take more close to me to putting the past in the everydays, and thank you to let me do this way and deal with the situation. So I'm grateful to being here, and thank you for everything around us.
Tomaji?
I would like to keep reminding myself that from all the 9 million people that are living on this world, like we are with 12 only sitting in front of you, and I wish like to remind myself the uniqueness of this and not to take it for granted. And I feel I can agree with Lassie that I feel we felt really a great unity between everybody that was here. Like I felt really to be merged within the group, like a very I felt a great harmony, and the satsangs and meditations talks from me were really I lived them very special. Like I could relate to them, all of them, very well. Like I felt really that they were talking all to me personally, And I came here with quite some imaginations, and I feel sort of freed from that and washed, and I feel that I can lead this retreat with a greater understanding of how I want to spend my time and what is a wise way to spend my time that I have in your company. So thank you, and also thank you for everybody who was here.
Chabiji?
For me, the retreat is always a period of renewal. I always feel like we are nurtured at so many levels. The food we give to us, our soul is really nurtured, and somehow I feel that it's like a cleaning process of somehow just we are kind of infused with something really holy, and uplifts our spirit, and our body is really clean. For me, the satsangs are the most precious moments. And I'm just really grateful for this opportunity. I feel like really time just stops, and just this moment is perfect as it is. Every word, every gesture, but it has its own resonance. But the presence is really the best teaching for me. I'm really grateful for everything what I face. Sometimes there are hard periods. I find myself fighting against myself, against the situation. But what I observed, it appears this acceptance of everything what is coming towards me, and meeting with sweetness, meeting with kind of loving kindness. And this really brings me a joy, brings me a calmness, brings me a kind of a joyful, inside joyfulness. And it really goes, it's like a slow things. So I'm really grateful for this occasion and for everything that you do for us. I see that sometimes we are not really aware of all the benefits of meet you. Thank you from me.
It's been a very intense week, what we've been going through together. Despite of what Matti said, that it was feeling like a 2 months retreat, for me it was just like a second. It went away very, very quickly. But of course, naturally it was a very compressed and intense second, with lots of beautiful moments. Your wise teachings through the satsangs, which were really meaningful and helping just to see life and the world and situations very positive, and gave me lots of energy and recharge just to face the situations. And naturally during the week I was able to also experience situations where to apply the right understanding in the living moment is required, and face that, remember that it should be applied in every second and every moment in every situation in order to be wiser and broader self, and just to reach a better understanding for things. So basically I was really happy to be here during this whole week. The meditations with you, it's always great and deep and different. And on the other hand, it was a little bit this week for demanding from the physical aspect in my body. I became a little bit exhausted, and I'm always, how can I say, it's a good contrast and a good situation when I'm coming back to work after this week and everybody's asking from me, how was it? Did you have a good time? Did you have a rest? And you are charged up and stuff like that. And when I'm talking about the things, how is it going through this week, everybody's asking, why are you doing this? But on the other hand, I can easily answer to them that I receive much more than this physical exhausting thing, and that's why the teachings is very right. When you are at the front of the master or sitting in the lotus feet of the master, you should give your body, your mind and wealth to him in order to reach what he is able to give to you. Therefore, I'm really happy just to be here and experience these moments again, and I hope I can continue like this in the future. Thank you so much.
Dori?
I also thank that I can be here. And like Lazia, I also felt this time, like usually big retreat, when we begin, we say, oh, it's an all retreat because preparations begin much before the retreat. And then when the retreat begins, then it's so quick, like just a couple of days and it's gone. Yeah, right away at the last day. But this time I felt like Lassie said, and not like 2 months, but it was like very long, like a month almost. I feel like that was a complete month, because it had so many faces and events, this retreat. And if personally I could say something about the retreat, is that this time is not really the teachings as words, sentences jumped out, but like a deep transformation. Because as you also have said in the beginning, that and others also, more people said, it's a renewal, and also like renewing our commitment to the master, to the path. So it is said in all of us. But also it's, I could add this, not just like a renewal, but always a new transformation. It's like we are composed of so many layers, and like lots of veils covering us, and every retreat is just taking 1, 2, 3 veils off, as many as it comes. And so as I said, I couldn't really grab this time the teachings that you said this and this was like a driving force during the retreat, or you said this very powerful something which was really meaningful, because you said many things, but I mean, you always say very wise things, and I'm listening to lots of satsangs also, working with the videos, I listen to them. And somehow it's like this, that it permeates. It comes a period when we are in a retreat, and then every day we listen to the satsangs, we listen to the meditation talks, and this time I felt like this, that like a whirlpool, like permeating my mind, and it was like a transformation that just gave a synthesis on the last day, like a conclusion of the all. And this is always very wonderful during a retreat, that the last day is always the most precious, even if there is a storm or something, and when the last day comes, then it's just the peace and love and the light that is arriving outside and inside. And so this time it was really my main benefit from this retreat. And to me, one of the most beautiful meditation was when you were doing the interviews and we began to sit in meditation outside. And this meditation was very nice for me, meditating outside. And like experience. It was much more like experiencing how this flame and that fire is present in the heart. That is present since the beginning. First time I met you, and this made me aware that so many things happen, but there is something which is always the same and is still there, and so I very much appreciate it. I don't know if it's understandable, I mean, but this was which I could really experience in this meditation while you're coming down and sitting beside me, and that's why I chose to send this bhajan when you sat beside me, this Likanavalia to Hoke. And I really felt it to sing heartfelt to you. Like, I don't know how to say in English. Confession. Like a confession. And so I am very thankful to, even after so many years on the path, is so strong, this pull. And another thing which came as a synthesis from all these days, that, like I said, it felt very, very long, this short 1 week. And it gave me the impression that life is really like a machine that is pitiless. It is just going on, either you run with it, go with it, whatever, but it carries you with it. And life is a machine, like pedaling, and you always have to be with this machine, going with it. And anyway, it's like a robot, or I don't know, like a set program, and it's not the understanding, the synthesis is not me driving this machine. It's going. Life is going by itself, and we just have to be very patient and humble towards life, because it brings so many things. And yes, it's good if we try to focus on the joys, as you were singing before. Then it's good, because then we feel better on this machine. But anyway, we are on this and we can't get out. And what I mean by this, that we really have to remember that we are not the doers. That everything is done by Him, and we can think something, want something else, but eventually the reality is there, and better we like it. Try to make peace with it, otherwise maybe we put our finger or leg or something within the gears of this machine and we hurt ourselves. So this is, I think, a very important understanding. And what remains with me from this retreat, it's a very deep impression, this emotion and this feeling which I have witnessed again in my heart, like a deep sensation, not in the physical heart, but like the mystical heart. It's difficult to describe somehow. It's a very deep mystical love, like a mystical bound towards the Master, and like a surrender. It's always there, in spite of the problems of life. So I'm always thankful that I can love you, because it means a lot to me. It gives lots of joy to me.
Loretta, avevi qualcosa?
Sì, molto brevemente. Vabbè, è stato un po' accidentato, sono stati un pochino accidentati per me questi giorni, come ti dicevo, però quello che posso dire è che un momento molto emozionante è stato quando ieri hai cantato Tu sei nel mio cuore, e quindi mentre appunto andavano tutte le strofe di quel canto, no? Con tutto quello che avresti fatto, diciamo, per il tuo maestro, no? Pianterò la quercia, il gelsomino, i ciottoli nel sentiero. Insomma, è stato molto commovente, perché no, rendevo conto, non si può dire perché lo sappiamo da sempre, no? Però come ritoccare di nuovo con mano l'enorme lavoro che tu hai fatto sia materialmente in questo posto che spiritualmente qua e in tutti i posti dove sei andato, no? Che uno fatica a pensare che sia il lavoro di un uomo solo, ecco. E quindi insomma è stato molto commovente, adesso non mi viene la parola, insomma, ripensare a questo, no? A questo grande amore che si è manifestato in questo modo nella tua vita, ecco. E come sempre grazie di tutto.
Francesco?
Io sono sempre contento di venire al tuo ritiro, contento da te perché mi trovo bene. Come mi ha fatto trovare bene da quando mi hai scelto, insomma, per seguirti, perché senza di te avrei seguitato a fare la vita che pensavo che era corretta, giusta, che facevano tutti, invece ho capito che di corretto c'era molto poco. Ecco. E poi prima di conoscerti, quando uscivo di casa, ascoltavo soltanto, invece adesso sono tutte le cose che mi hai insegnato, mi piace raccontarle a chi non ne sa. E questo mi rende contento, insomma, vivo le giornate più con sostanza.
Ilenji?
Master, I want to express my gratitude to you and Sanji that I'm brought into this situation, and hopefully will continue to be brought into this situation to get great benefit from being one of your satsangis. I love the fact that we gather around you. I feel very much your love and protection, and for that I am just so grateful. It makes my life so happy that this seems to be my destiny. I have no idea why, but it seems to be my destiny, and I'm going to value it so much. So I thank you for this. Regarding the programme, for me it was very special. I find that the satsangis that are here, we've all been in such harmony. It's been so loving and wonderful, and I would thank all of those as well for the love that I've felt between us all. It's been wonderful. But for you, Master, I want to say that my gratitude to you for the satsangs, the question and answers, everything resonated with me so much. Everything seemed to be what I needed to hear. I've always loved hearing you sing, the darshan, the meditation, the whole atmosphere has been alive and vibrant, so I've loved every minute of it. The cooking always is without fault. I appreciate that so much. I think in the world, where would we go? Like Tamar said, there's 12, maybe 12, 13, 14 of us out of, did you say 9 million? Oh. So, you know, this is an amazing thing that we should be so fortunate to come here and feel this and take it away with us. I'm very certain that I will take this away with me, and it sustains me and it feeds me in a spiritual way till I see you again, and then I can be topped up again. So all this is so wonderful, beneficial. I feel such love for you. I'm so grateful to you, Master. I love your example, the whole way that you lead your life as an example to us. I think it's just a valuable lesson for all of us to look at you the way you lead your life and maybe copy it and bring it into our lives and use it. And some of your teachings about living life and enjoying life have resonated a lot with me. So I go forward again with sort of an added intention. So I've got a great, I don't know, I'm just so looking forward to the next minute and then tomorrow and the week after because of your teaching, the help that I find and the inspiration. So I'm full of love and gratitude, Master. Thank you.
Anji?
Like everyone else, I've had an absolutely amazing, informative time here. I feel uplifted every time I'm in your company, more so when it's in Ribolla than other places, India, Yorkshire, wherever. I wish I'd come to the path earlier in my life. Knowing what I know now from your teachings would have made my life previously a lot easier to cope with, and to work in the knowledge that everything that's happening to me is all part of a great plan, and that no matter what I do or how I think is going to go the way it is prescribed in the script. A lot of nearly every satsang you gave, there was something pertinent to myself in it, which I can take away and think about, and hopefully be able to listen to all the satsangs again, either on YouTube or on the audio, and go through it and pick up again on the bits that may have passed me by. The week has been absolutely amazing in you and the other satsangis company. It's, as I say this every time, it's put more charge on my spiritual battery again. It's absolutely amazing.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes. Thank you so much for everything. Now I see more clearly few important things of my life, and I see what is really important for me and which has only waste the time. And satsangs were very useful for me. And this place is wonderful and very peaceful, so it was really good for me to be here. Thank you again.
I'm really grateful for being able to be here in the retreat. I have several uplifting moments during the meditation, and I get a lot of wisdom during the satsang speech. So I very thankful for all of it. Thank you, Master.
Anna Maria, vuol dire qualcosa?
Io appunto ho partecipato solo l'ultimo giorno del ritiro, però come sempre dico, sempre un'esperienza incredibile, profondissima e la più importante della mia vita. Non c'è niente che equipari all'importanza di questa esperienza profondissima, che non riesco a trovare al di fuori nulla che possa essere solo simile a una cosa così. Grazie.
Ah, we didn't ask you, Yonchi, how was for you this retreat?
It was very good, and I felt like my heart is melting down. And this retreat was very good. Yes, and that things were, or that stories and these things with what you said in the Satsang, they were very interesting, and I was making just a show that I was sleeping, but in reality I was not sleeping. I was making just this. I'm sleeping, but in reality, no.
You will be saying no.
And you were talking from San Francis.
Do you like it?
Yes. I know the story of San Francis because I have a book, but a big book of San Francis, so I know it.
And you've been in Assisi also, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your... Come, you come there. Kill me, don't go there and there.